Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Happening. Today I want to talk about just some information I've been seeing floating around about Martel Holt requesting or asking or requesting for a DNA for one of his children. Um, I'm trying to figure out where all this is coming from, and just after doing a little bit of research, it appears that information is not accurate. The other day, I think trending at some point, you guys, if you don't follow her, make sure you go over and follow her channel. She did a review of just the recent information about Martell's case with this DV harassing communications charge. And of course, we know that Martell was convicted of the charge. He ended up getting a 30-day suspended sentence. He has 12-month probation, but he also racked up some court fees, right? So court costs were $264. $500 he had was a fine. He had a CRO fee of $100 and a docket fee of $100. Now, in her video, Trending did share, and it showed the breakdown of what all went into the $264 for the court costs. Well, one of those charges was $11 for DNA database. And I'm seeing where people are believing that that is him requesting a paternity test for one of his children. Well, that's not what that means. That $11 fee for DNA database is just the cost for having to submit his DNA to the national database that's handled by the Federal Bureau of Investigations. So DNA samples from convicted criminals are a lot of times entered into these type of databases. We have the U.S. National DNA Database System. It is administered by the FBI. It stores DNA samples from people that have been convicted of certain federal crimes, as well as those that have been arrested for a crime but even not yet convicted. All 50 states require DNA samples from convicted offenders. Some states collect samples from other felons and misdemeanors. So we know Martell, this charge was a misdemeanor, I believe. So his DNA was added to that database. That is what that $11 DNA database fee is for. So definitely not a paternity test that is being asked for here. This is for his information to be added to that database. So as well as a lot of us don't really care for Martell, I think it is important to clear that up, because DNA database does not mean paternity test requests. Now up next, Arion shared in her stories yesterday, and she made this post and it said, "I ignore everything, laughing out loud, dramas, bees, ninjas, shade, everything." And her response to that was, "My peace has been different lately. So grateful for God's grace." Now, she definitely doesn't go live as much as she used to. We know she did pop up on live in the park with Knox when, I want to say, everyone was talking about Martell's conviction, I believe. That was like the only time we see that she comes on, and she, I don't know whether she's just fishing for information or wanting to see what people are going to say, but she definitely has had a lower profile than she has in the past. But, sometimes it's best to stay away from social media. I mean, it has its pros and its cons, but for her, it has not been really positive at all. And a lot of people have said, if she would have changed her approach in the beginning and not came on social media being boastful and bragging and antagonizing someone's former wife, maybe things would have been a little bit different for her. But unfortunately, she took the wrong path, and well, like they say, it is what it is, and you reap what you sow. All we've seen of her online is basically being exploited for her private, what she thought was private conversations. We've seen her spiraling out of control online, cussing people out, blocking people, and really just getting talked about. But you guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about Martel Holt, his case, the conviction, this whole DNA database confusion. And what do you think about Arion saying that, basically she's ignoring it all? And since then, she's been at peace. I thank you guys for watching and listening, and I will talk to you in the next video.
And not just saying I'm slow like I wasn't gonna see her. Are you blocked? Anybody can get blocked at this moment. I'm far from slow. I'm literally far from slow, but y'all would never understand. And then y'all take the ugliest shot of a fine ass bitch and put it on like I'm weak.